and a very happy Monday. I do all hope that you've had a great weekend and that you have something planned for the week ahead as well. Hello there, Zamara, who has popped in. So I do want to remind you that if you do share this live stream, you are in with a chance of winning a $15 gift certificate to the Altenew store. The lovely Han is behind the badge today, and she'll be popping in all of the links. We are going to take a little look at the release that we had on Friday. Please let us know your favorites and what you would like to see a little bit more of. Hello there, Bonnie. I hope that you're having a great day today. So I will go through all of the products first, and then I will do some creating with them. I do want to get through a couple of cards today. So first up, I will show you the ensembles and what they include if you are to go with the ensemble. Hey there, Nancy. Thank you so much for sharing, Erica. So for the first one, this one is the Flowing Art Ensemble. So in here, we get the cupped flowers stamp set. You can see that we have this large 6x8 stamp set. It has some beautiful layered flowers in this one. As well as the stamp set, we do have the die set available as well. And I just keep mine within the packaging so it's all together when I do need it. We also have the Zero Waste Little Fun Flowers die. Now this one is a little bit smaller than the ones that we've come up with before. So normally, oh gosh, sorry everyone, it's trapped. So normally with our little zero waste dies, they are normally cover dies, but this one is a little bit different. It is smaller in size, so you can create like a little window effect with this one. It is really, really cute. So that one is the Zero Waste Fun Little Flowers. So you can use the innie and the outie on that one. Then we have the Vase Art. So in the Vase Art kind of collection or full collection, we do have the stencil, which includes 4 6x6 stencils. And then we also have the dies, which are going to cut out the kind of leaf shapes and the vase shapes that are included in the stencil set. So I'm just going through the Flowing Art Ensemble firsthand, just to, in case I didn't mention it. And then last in the ensemble is the Flowing Leaves die. Now this is near enough a cover die. You can see, so this is a sample on a 4x6, no, 4¼ by 5½ card base. And you can see that you are going to get a kind of little border around the outside of that one. It is near enough a cover die. So that is that one. Bonnie, these are they're just so fun. They are really, really cool. So hopefully we can take a closer look. Hey there, Regina and Tracy. I hope that you're all good. So that one was the Flowing Art Ensemble. Hopefully when we get into things a little bit more closer, we'll have time to have all of the links. Sorry, Han. So that one was just that ensemble. This ensemble that I have here is the Stepping into the Rainforest. So in this Stepping into the Rainforest ensemble, we have kind of 3 main elements to it. So first we have the Flowing Leaves Wreath Builder. So in here we have 3 different layered leaves. We also have 2 leaf stems and a little flower, as well as some really great sentiments there. As well as this 4x6 stamp set, you can see there is there. We also have the die set available. And again, as before, with my packaging like this, I do tend to keep everything together, so I don't have to worry about trying to find the dies when I do want to cut out these images. So that is the Rainforest Leaves Wreath, but very, very pretty. A great one to really play with for that one. As well as that, we also have the Everyday Sentiments 2. So if you loved Everyday Sentiments 1, we now have the kind of, not the prequel, the sequel to that one. And in here we have the Love You, Miss You, and Thank You. And we also have a die available with this one. I'm just going to get this one out so you can see it a little bit closer. But in the die, I get a die that cuts around the circle perfectly. One that has a little bit of a white border around. And then we also have these two pieces here that are going to enable you to kind of create a little tag out of these. We have the lovely Han today. She is behind the badge. Okay. I'm just going to pop that back in. And there we go. And then to finish off the stepping into the Rainforest ensemble, we have the wood cookie die set. Now this is so cute. Now I didn't know like a slice of wood was known as a wood cookie, so that educated me on this one. So this is the cute one. We have the detail, and then we have the kind of bark around the outside of this one, and then we have the little lady. We call them ladybirds, but I know in the US you call them ladybugs. So whether it's a ladybird or a ladybug, we have this really cute little insect there that you can then add on to this here. So I'm going to move that one out. That one was the Stepping into the Rainforest ensemble. You can get it all together. Now, this ensemble that I am showing you now, you can't get it as an ensemble at the minute because we have one of the stencils that are actually already out of stock. So if you did want the ensemble, you can kind of sign up for the alert that when it comes back in, but there is so much goodness in this one. So I do have one card that I actually created on Friday for my video. So there is that one. So this one first is the the ensemble itself is called Somewhere Beautiful Ensemble, and it is very, very pretty. So this one is exotic plumeras. In here we have this large flower cluster. Again, this is only a 3x4 stamp set, so you're getting a lot of goodness, little tiny package for this one. We have some really great sentiments. We have aloha, we have thank and love, as well as the smaller ones that you can kind of mix and match. We also then have the simple coloring stencil set. It has 2 6x6 stencils for this one, so you can color in this image with those. And then we also have the die set. I'm just going to pull that out because we do also, have some standalone stencils. So the ones that we've got in the larger one, we also have standalone in the die set. We do have those already done, so we may as well use those when we can quickly make a really quick card with that one. So that one's the exotic plumeras or plumeras. I don't know, is what I'm going with. So then we have the Caribbean Dreams die set. This is so cool. So in here we have the pieces for a boat. We have pieces for a lighthouse. We have the rock on the lighthouse. We have some gulls. We have some really cute dolphins. And then my favorite part of this whole set is this little scallop that we have here. And it's got a little pearl that goes on the inside. Really cute, really usable. We do have the layering guide on the back for you there. This is the stencil set that's actually currently out of stock, but you can sign up for alerts to get this one. This is the Caribbean Life. So this is going to create the most perfect kind of seaside scene. So you're going to be able to create the sea, the sand, and we also have some bits in here to create the clouds. So you can see that we have this here, and that's going to create this most perfect azure or azure sea that you can find. So that has 4 stencils in that. Remember to sign up for that one if you do want it. And then last but not least, in the Somewhere Beautiful ensemble, we have the Delicate Palms. And this is a hot foil plate set, which has 3 different palms in it. And then we also have the die set. These are very, very, very pretty. Hey there, Avril. So that is the Somewhere Beautiful ensemble. So if you want to grab that one, you can do, but not all of it at the minute. Sorry, everyone. That stencil set was so fabulous. It just kind of ran out. All right. Next up, we have the Tropical Getaway. So in this one, we have some really beautiful products. And as you can see, I kind of keep everything together for each of the things that match. So this is the Wild Flowers. So in this kind of collection, we have the 3D embossing folder. We have the simple coloring stencil, which is so clever. So say I have embossed my image like I have here, and you can see that it's nice and textured and resin. What you can then do is you get the stencil set, and these match perfectly with all of the images in one go. So it's just kind of a one go feel to this one. So you can see that one lines up perfectly. This one here, which is number 2, again, put it down once, and that's going to color in all of these images. And then we have this one here again, and that's going to line up perfectly with all of the images. It's fantastic. It is amazing, really quick and easy to do. And then we also have the dies as well, which are going to be able to cut out the images. I would suggest, if you do want die cut images, is to die cut them first, then emboss them, and then color them in. It's a bit of a weird way to go about it, but that's the way you're going to get the perfect kind of embossing, unless you have to re-emboss afterwards. So that is the Wild Flowers. Move all that together. We also have the Whimsically Wild die set. Now, this is the same images as in the Wild Flowers, but these are the outlines. So if you wanted to add extra detail onto these, you can do by cutting these out and then adding them on top as well. And then last but not least, in this Tropical Getaway ensemble is the Sweet Impressions die set. So in here we have 4 different sentiments. We have the hello, thanks, here for you, and love. And these are 100% of how they will cut. And you can see that they are quite sizable on there. We do have some inspiration on the back, but I'm sure that you have plenty of ideas on how you would use those there. Last but by no means least, oh gosh, sorry everyone. I've got to really stretch to get this. We also have the lemonade party products. So if you did come to our in-person retreat, these are the products. Some of the products that you would have got, you didn't get all of them, but if you wanted to grab those ones that people have been playing with in Syracuse last month, these are those. So this is the Lemon Craze stencil. This has 3 6x6 stencils in here. One's going to color in the lemons. Then we have one that's going to add in the leaves, and then we have details on the lemons, and there's some little dots around the outside for that one. As well as that, we also have the mega party greetings. So in here we have a large party, we have a large time, and then we have all of these additional sentiments which can mix and match with the larger ones to create some really great sentiments there. And then we also have the coordinating mega party die for that one. As well as that, we have the Zesty Life. So in this collection, we have the 4x6 stamp set. You can see that we've got 2 outline images on there, as well as some really great sentiments. We also have the simple coloring stencil set, which is going to color in these 2 images that you can see. And then we also have the die set, which is going to cut around the 2 images and also the large sentiments from the stamp set. So these large ones here, but not these little ones. Okay, this one is so clever. I love this stencil set. So this is the citrus fruits pattern, and this is stunning. So this has 4 different stencils in, and you can see them right on here. And we have ones that's going to color in the citrus. We're going to have ones that add detail to the citrus. I think we need to kind of do this one to see just how pretty that one is. But that is the citrus fruits pattern. But that is so, so good. And then we have some enamel dots. I can't remember. I think these are Fruity Colors enamel dots. I don't have the packaging because I have the kind of prototype for these ones and I haven't used them. I didn't want to use them because they look so pretty and I wanted everyone to see how pretty they look. So this is the Fruity Colors. I believe they're called enamel dots. And then last but by no means least, we have a paper pack that matches perfectly with the lemonade party theme. So this is the Cute Fruits paper pack. We have 32 sheets in here. They're all 6x6 and double-sided, and they're a good weight. They are 80 pounds cardstock. So you can see that we have all of these fabulous designs, and they are double-sided. I'll just flip the last page over for you. So yeah, Barbara, I am hoarding those. They are so pretty. I don't want to use them. But hopefully we can see that we have all these different papers. So if you did love one of those papers, you could kind of hoard one of those and then use one or two of them as well. This one is my favorite. It's just a little really, really, really cute. You know when like cherries and strawberries are not quite ripe? Can't find it, but it's my favorite one and it's really cute and it's in there. You can get that one as well. So I have gone through all of the kind of ensembles. I forgot to show you my card using the ensemble. The only one that I've got left, the rest of the cards I had to send off as samples, but I did want to show you at least one. So I have mixed quite a few products here. You can see for the U that I have, this is cut out with a larger die, an older one, which was the Caps Bold Alpha. And that is in fact the kind of negative piece from the Fun Flowers, Small Fun Flowers. And then we have the little shell, which was my favorite from the Caribbean Dreams. And then this background of the beautiful beach is from the Caribbean Life. Remember, if you do want this one, you need to sign up for an email. But you are perfect. So the pearl, I tried, I tried to get a putty sentiment in there. And I've probably already hidden it, so I didn't use it. So please let me know your favorite, what you would like to see. I will start off with the citrus fruit pattern because I just think that this is fabulous. So whatever you want to see after this, please let me know and we'll see if we can get round to everything. But this is so cute. I will take it all out of the packaging. I kept everything in the packaging today so I would be a little bit more organized, but you can see here that we have the kind of suggestions here. So let's kind of go with the suggestions, but not perfectly. I'm just going to grab my low tack mat. So this is the one that you can buy separately. Mine has been a little bit stained, but it still works perfectly. I just need to clean it off a little bit. I know it's not very sticky. It did get some talc on it, I think. So I've just sprayed it with a little bit of water and just clean that off. I forgot to bring my baby wipes, so I'm just using whatever was in the bin. I know, I'm a naughty girl. Okay. The groovy flowers are really cool. Hi there, everyone that has popped in. Thank you, Bob. I did like my card. You know, sometimes when you make something, you think, I need to pat myself on the back because that one I really did like. So I'm just going to add a piece of cardstock down. This is 4 1/4 by 5.5 panel that I'd already cut down from the Classic Crest Solar White. So if you do get the Classic Crest Solar White from Altenew, all you would need to do is just cut that into 4 and you're going to be able to create 4 different panels. So I'm just going to add my first stencil into place. And there we go. And I have my Sunray ink, and that is what I'm going to use. Okay. And I have my small blending tools, and I know I'm going to shock everyone when I say that these are my favorites. My favorite ones. And what I'm trying to do with this, I don't want a solid block color over anything that I am ink blending. I do want to have a darker edge and then a lighter edge. I find that that gives me the best look. And for some reason, I've colored in that bit when I shouldn't have. So the little glass, but I can pretend it's like a colored glass maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna go with colored glasses. It's gonna be fine. Ink blending is just so relaxing. There's, especially when you're not rushing, you know, you can put the color down, and I love that we've got this gradient effect and nothing is, it's not overpowering. You're going to get this beautiful look. Oh, it just makes my heart very happy. To get the same look with a stamp, it does take some doing to get this gradient look. But with ink blending, it takes a matter of seconds. So that makes my heart happy. So there is number one. I'm just going to close my fabulous ink. And then we're going to go on to number two. So I'm just going to line up those images. I am sorry if I get my head in. Okay, and I'm going to go for a darker yellow for these ones. So I have the chamomile. Not that one. It's too orangey. Barbara, as opposed to the fresh inks and the crisp inks, is that what you're asking? I have to say I prefer the opening system on these inks. So the fresh inks that we have, these are our newest ones. The way that they open and close is so much more easier than the crisp dye inks, but we do have a greater color selection in the fresh dye inks because they're our first ones, and we are only kind of just starting out with these fresh dye inks, so it is going to take a little while for us to bring our color selection up to the point that we have with the others. While I'm here, I am going to add a bit more kind of orange tone to these ones, and I'm going to go in with the Snapdragon. And I'm going to grab a mini one just so I can concentrate the color a little bit more in various spots. Now, I'm not really worrying too much about where these spots are, just as long as I've got a spot on each of those images. Okay, I think I didn't get one on him. There we go, we're good now. Thank you so much for sharing, everyone. Please let me know if you have a favorite product in the release, and I'll be happy to give you a closer look if you would like one. But look how cool that is, especially with, oh, I was a little bit offline in these, but I think we're still going to be okay. It kind of looks like the orange is on its side and cut in half rather than a slice now. So I'm good with that. I think we're okay. Apart from these glasses are a little bit wonky. We should be okay. Okay, and then on this one, we have little ice cubes. I think they are. And these straws for our wonky glasses. Let's go in with the dewdrops. I'm trying to be really light with these because, you know, ice cubes tend not to have a lot of color. So I'm just kind of whispering the color over the top just to give a hint that it's there rather than a lot. All right, so that is the dewdrops. Ruth Allison Lewis is my auntie, so thank you, Auntie Allison. Okay, so you can see that we've just whispered over just to give the kind of effect that those cubes are there. And then we have number 4, which we're just going to add in the kind of stalks to those full lemons that we have, and then the branches too. All right, so I'm going to go in with the forest glades and also the evergreen to add a touch of shading. So this is the forest glades. It's actually really, you know, really satisfied. It's satisfying to open these. They give a good feel when they do that one. And we're just going to go in with my favorite mini blending tool. So we're just going to go right over. This one is the forest glades, and these are from the Greenfield inks. So if you did want the pack of 4 of this in the color family, you do in fact get a lighter green than this, and you also get a black too, a jet black, which is really useful if you wanted to do sentiments or you wanted to stamp outlines. Okay, and then we have the evergreen. Because I'm trying to add a bit more detail with this one, I will use a smaller thingamajigger blending tools. This one is the mini, and these ones do tend to grab a lot of ink, so I will just tap it off into the lid. Because it's in the lid, I can reuse that ink by just using the blending tool. So I'm just going to add it just on the centerpieces of these. Okay, and then we just have that one up there, and I think I'm good with that one. Okay, all I need to do to clean these off is just run them through under the sink, through a tap, under a tap or faucet, and then that will get those off really quick. And there we go. So you can see just how quick and easy it was to create that bar. It is so fun. If you wanted to add details, you could definitely grab out some pens. While we're here, I think we should probably make a card. Oh, Sahara is in Fortaventura. Look at you. Hopefully you're good. Hey Sue, I feel like it's been a long time. I'm feeling kind of cut my cards, you know, and I'm thinking that I want a little bit of a different look. So this one, we have this really fresh, clean background that we just created, but I want to add a little bit of texture, so I'm going to rip. I know. So I do want it to go diagonally. So I'm going to start it off, and I'm going to pull the bottom part up. I want to keep the top part, and I want the ripped edge. So that's why I'm going to pull away with the bottom part. Ooh. Because it was quite damp, it has given me a really great rip. It's not, you know, something that I normally do a lot, but we do have kind of 2 pieces now to use on 2 different cards. We could have just used a piece from the Cute Fruit paper pack, but we didn't. Oh, Bob, yes. The Caribbean Dreams and Caribbean Life are fantastic. So So I was feeling it today. I was feeling brave. So I went with it. Okay. I might be feeling even braver to kind of stamp on top of this rip. I know. I don't know what's up with me today. So I am going to pop this onto a card panel. Again, you could just stick this straight on to a card base. I'm just going to grab my glue tape. Just add a couple of that. Okay. And we are going to go in with this stamp set, the Mega Party Greetings. And I'm going to go in for Party. And then we can add something on as well. We could cut out the die as well, but you know, I've probably picked the most difficult way to do it, and I'm going to go with it. So I am going to grab my little panel. I have my stamp wheel because, you know, when you are stamping something on various different levels, it really does help to have a stamp positioning tool. So I'm just going to stick that down. I just love this sticky mat. Makes my heart happy. All right, so we're going to go in with Party. Barbara, I'm sorry. I'm one for cutting all the things. Roxy, yes, those dolphins are so cute. But I do shell my favorite. So I actually I don't know. Do I want it popping out over the side? Can I get away with it? You know what? I am going to. I'm living on the edge. So I have my Party. And I'm going to use my obsidian to stamp that down. Let's just find it. Hello. There you are. Okay. Oops. Oh no. Just when I didn't bring any cleaning stuff with me, and I've just got stuff that I've picked out of the bin. It's when things go wrong. It's okay. It's fine. Some good stuff in the bin. All right. So just going to ink this up. Sahara, I am not entirely sure, but if you do email the happiness team, which is support@altenew.com, they will be able to direct you to the best place to purchase. All right, so I'm ink that up. It's actually bubbling a little bit, but I'm going to stamp it down first and see if I need to condition, because it was a new set. I hadn't used it yet. Hans just added in the email if you want to. Oh, look how pretty that looks. I mean, it's not perfect, but it has stamped really well over that rip. Oh yeah, I'm liking it. All right, so I'm just going to clean this off. Because I use my obsidian, I have my stamp cleaner. I know it sounds really weird, but I like the color of the stamp cleaner. I know. There's always one. It's always me. But there we go. Just going to clean that off. And it's not like me to clean a stamp, so I think we're doing particularly well. Okay, and then I am going to add in an additional sentiment. I find the best way to pick additional sentiments to see if they're going to fit properly is to keep them on this sheet. And I think Party Like You Mean It is going to be perfect. And that's going to fit in there perfectly. And if you do love to use your blocks, you can still use them on the stamp wheel. Perfect. Okay. It's stuck. Oh, that proves how sticky that sticky mat is. My block just stuck. But yeah, look how cool that is. Okay, so because I did hoard them, I think that just adding a couple of those enamel dots might really lift this now. And I think because we have a lot of yellows going on, I think we're better off with adding the little dots in blues. So when I do add enamel dots, I tend to do them in a odd number and in kind of either a triangle shape. So I would add a couple here, a couple here, a couple here, or in 2 different points. And I'm going to go with the 2 different points here. And I'm going to go in with these lighter blues because they kind of nearly match my little ice cubes. So I'm going to go with a large one. And because I am adding a odd number, I'm going to miss the large one on this other side that I'm doing. And I've added 2 mediums, and then I am going to add 2 small. So I have a little triangle there, and then I have my double or duo dots at the top. And I find that that is going to really just finish that card off. That, yes, those enamel dots are perfect. I'm just going to try and reach this up. But there we go. I think that is very, very pretty. It would work for many different occasions. And if you wanted to send lots of different invitations, you could definitely create a lot of those in not so large amount of time. All right, so I'm going to clean that one off. Please let me know what you want to see. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep doing what I want to do. You know. But you can use your stamp cleaner on your stamp wheel too. That does really get that stick back as well. All right. Okay. So I'm going to leave a couple more seconds and see if anyone else pops up with something. If not, I'm going to go in with the vase things. I'm never going to know which one's correct. I know one's British and one's American. No. So I'm going to go in with this one. Okay. All right. So I know that someone mentioned these before, the vase art or vase art. So I'm going to go in with those. I'm going to move my stamp wheel over and grab my low tack mat. And I just want to show you how amazing this kind of background is. This is really, really cool. So we have 4 different stencils in this one. We have this image that you can create in 2 stencils, and then we also have these little vases, and the little leaves or branches that go in it too. Really, neither or neither. Yeah, Tracy, I'm not sure. That's why every time I say vase or vase, I'll say vase or vase because I don't know which one's right. All right, I should probably just stick to one and just go with it. So there we go. It's going to be a stenciling kind of day today, it looks like. So there we go. There's our background down. I am going to add in this piece. Now this will add a white border around the outside edge of a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card base. Beautiful. Let's go in with a different type of green this time. So I have the eucalyptus and the jade. I think I'm just going to stick with the 2. And I'm going to grab my mini. Yes, Trace. I think it's a stencil day. The stencils are just so quick and easy. And you create lots of beautifulness. So the eucalyptus, I'm going to go around with. I'm trying not to add too much on this first go around because I do want that gradient effect. Oh, Tracy, the October retreats. Has that one been advertised already? Yeah, so we do have a new retreat in October. It is called the Cozy Comfort Release. So as you can imagine, we have lots of beautiful products in the exclusive kit, which are all very cozy and comfort-y. If you want to get a head start on your holiday cards or your holiday cards, it might be a good idea to sign up for the Cozy Comfort Release. We do have a huge kind of, I don't know, show-stopping educators for this one. So please check out the Cozy Comfort Release. I'm sure the fabulous Han will pop in the link for you. You do want to check out who's going to be there, and I know that you're going to love all of the instructors that are there, and also all of the products that are in the amazing kit as well. Bob, yes, this is so cool. This vase art, vase art, was one of the ones I looked at and I was like, I don't see me using that one very often. But then when I started playing with it, it was the one that I was most drawn to. And that happened with my favorite set of all time, which is the Watercolor Wonders. So I did that with that one. And now that is my favorite set of all time. So this may end up just being my favorite stencil set. I don't know. Oh, Tracy, wow. Your holiday cards are all done? I am impressed. Color me impressed. Yeah, I haven't even thought about mine yet. But I have done the first stencil, and I used the jade ink for around this side, and then I've added in a darker tone in that center using the eucalyptus. This is one of my favorite greens. It's just so pretty. The lovely Han has popped in the link to the Cozy Comfort Release. So if you were interested, or you want to just go and take a look who the educators are, I did leave it so I kind of teased you a little bit rather than tell you, but I know that you're going to love each and every card that is made at the retreat. I have seen a couple of them, so the projects themselves are fabulous as well. Tracy's made 200 cards already, so I am more impressed because I'm lucky if I make 12. Yeah, I'm rubbish. Did you bulk make them? So you made a lot the same, or are they all different? Please let me know, Tracy. I'm intrigued. So I now have my second one in place, and this is going to color in these little flowers that we have, and then the vase, vase, and I'm going to color my flowers in yellow because yellow flowers are always so happy. So that's what I'm going to go with. So I'm using Sunray just to add color to those. I could have had pink ones, but we're going to go with that. Try not to add the same color over all of it. Mars is impressed as I am. Wow, very impressed. A blue vase with the Aqualicious tone. So this is from the Sweet Dreams color family if you did want to just buy the 4 of them. So going with Aqualicious first. Okay, I'm just going to hold this down because these little pieces that we have here are a bit spindly. If you had some of that stencil spray, that would work really well. But I'm just holding them so they don't wiggle and jiggle around too much. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to let it kind of fade off towards the bottom. I think that might be quite pretty. So I'm just trying to blend down rather than wiggle, so I don't move those spindly bits. And we're going to add a bit of teal cave at the top there as well. Nancy, me neither. Mary, yes, this is our fresh dye ink. So it's our regular, and it comes in a really cool packaging. So what you need to do is, it's a twist on like a screw cap. What you need to do is to get the pieces back together again. As you can see that we have these two little lines. You line those up, twist, and that's it. It's fabulous. All right, so that is that. And we're just going to remove. But how cool is that? Really, really cool, right? Fabulous. So we have 2 cards made. I've got 15 minutes. All right. What I'm going to do is, because someone asked about the wildflowers, I am going to emboss. Actually, I'm going to cut the pieces first. But I don't have enough room. So excuse me while I move some things around. All right. Okay. I'm not going to be able to cut all of the pieces, so I'll just do a couple of the flowers. Yeah, I thought that keeping them in the packaging would make me more tidy. It really hasn't. I don't think I've been in more of a muddle, but hey, it's okay. Everything's fine. So I'm just going to cut a couple of these. So I have this one and cut this one too. All right. And let's just push that through. Oh, thank you, Barbara. Yes, the book engravings is very, very pretty. So I have my little images. Okay, and then I wanted to emboss these. Now, I haven't. Oh, I need the embossing mat. It's fine. I'm going to have to use my big machine because I've never used an embossing folder with that yet. All right, okay, so I'm just going to move that out. And this is the kind of thing that we're going to create. That's my card. I don't know where I put the. Oh, there it is. Okay. So they're going to be what you can look at once I'm doing the embossing. So I am just going to move those dies out. Then I'm going to take the embossing folder. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these images within the embossing folder. That's not the right one. Is it that one? Nope, it's definitely that one. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to line that up. Hopefully you can see. And it will leave you a kind of white edge around the outside. It would have been helpful for me to get my tape ready first. Oh, Mary, I can't wait for you to have a go at those watercolor brushes. They are fabulous. All right, so I'm just going to line that up again. You can see that we have that white edge around. I'm just going to add a little bit of tape to that one so it doesn't move around. This one is this one, so oops. Please just stay where you would put tape. All right, and then this one we're going to add in too. Again, that's going to have the white edge. Oops, wiggled it. Didn't mean to. And add a little bit of tape. That did wiggle out of place, but I'm going to go with it. Okay, so now you're going to hold that, and then we're going to run that through my embossing machine. I am just going to pull these out. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'll be back in a sec. So I'm just going over to my other side, of my craft room. Hopefully you can still hear me. Otherwise, I really am just talking to myself at this point. Okay, there we go. So I ran that through my embossing machine, and all I'm going to do now is remove those, and you can see that we've got little embossed die cuts. Now these would be so pretty to do like a white on white background. You could definitely just cut them out, and then it would be like, I don't know what the pottery is called, where it's kind of just engraved in the pottery, but they keep it white. It's very pretty. Right, now these have been kind of pushed in, so they may tear a little. If you want it not to tear, I'm not really that scared of them tearing a little bit on the back. But if you did want to kind of get rid of that, you can heat up the tape a little bit with the heat tool, and then that will be okay. So we have our images, and then all we're going to do is color them in. So because we have moved around, I've die cut these images first. We're not going to be able to kind of do the one go line up and color, but I think we're going to be fine. So we're just going to add some color to this one first. I'm just going to line it up. Okay, let's go. We have rouge. Let's use rouge. Okay, and we're just going to add a touch of color. I'm trying to add more of the color at the base, but kind of bring that soft color up towards the tips. So that's the first one. Pretty. And then we're going to add this one. Line this up with the embossing. So you're not lining it up with the die cut, you are lining it up with the embossing. Softly, softly, like a whisper. Okay. Sorry, Sahara. I know, I had to run over there. Okay, and then we're going to add in the center. So I'm going to move that onto my clean pile. Let's go in with Forest Glades because it's right there. Okay, so I'm going to line that up with the stem. Add more of that color to the top and then whisper it down. There's nothing else on that one that I'm going to need, so I can move that one out onto my clean pile. And then we have this bit. So this is the Forest Glades that I'm doing just at the kind of base of those leaves. And then I think this was chamomile that we had on. There's enough ink left on it to use it. And then again, chamomile was there. Oh, Tracy, it is very pretty. It's so cool. It's really easy to color in as well because you have the simple coloring set stencil available, but you can see that we have, I don't want to, yeah, we can stick them together. Okay, let's create something really quickly because we're here. I think that had some teal cave left on it, so I'm being really careful, and I'm just creating a circle with the ink that was just on here. I haven't added any more ink. We're just getting the most out of our inks, and then I'm bringing that circle out really, really gently, and then bringing it back in again. If you wanted to darken it up, you can definitely add some more ink on. And they are very pretty. They are. Okay, so I am going to add those on there. And we're definitely going to need a sentiment of some sort. Let's grab whatever's closest. I could have cut those out as well. Didn't think, but never mind. Let's grab a sentiment, the one that comes first. Hello. Anything? I really have made an awful mess today. Okay, cupped flowers have some sentiments. Let's go with one of these. Let's go with the love you. Yeah, Roxy, I was going to, but I'd already used that set and I just wanted to mix it up a little. The party set would definitely go. We're just going to ink this up. Barbara, that would be so cool. Yeah, you could definitely add these into one of those vases as well. I'm going to go with love you down here. I'm trying not to get any black ink on it. There we go. Okay, so I haven't necessarily stuck it down, but I think we're going to be okay. So these are the cards we made today. We have the very pretty wildflowers here. Then we had the vase from the Arty Vase. I think it was called Vase Art. Sorry, Vase Art. Definitely all I needed to do was pop a sentiment on there and that would be done. And then we had the citrus fruits pattern and then also the mega party greetings for the sentiment with a couple of enamel dots. So we did do quite a bit of stenciling today. I think I went full stencil today. So there we go. We managed to create 3 cards in just under an hour. So you can create these ones as well, and you can watch the replay. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for sharing. If you did share, you are in with a chance of winning a $15 gift certificate to the Altenew store, and the winner will be picked right after the live. So there we go. Thank you, everyone. I do hope that you have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.